Good morning, guys. Good morning once again. Welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel where we discuss South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Now, I just saw an interview of the organizer of Miss Universe Nigeria, who was interviewed by Arise 360. I think it's a Nigerian television station or channel. I don't know, but he was asked about the participation of Chidimma in Miss Universe Nigeria. This is what he said. Her case seems to be one where she performed so well in the pageant that some tried to take her out. I believe she was victimized. Nigeria is an open society and we do not practice xenophobia. You see, this constant desire of painting South Africa as the xenophobic country, Anyway, I'm going to put the clip towards the end of my commentary so that you watch yourself what the organizer said there. But do understand that he said the case was dropped. The fraud case was dropped against Chidimma's mother, so Chidimma is clean. So I don't know where that happened. So we need an update from the Home Affairs if this actually happened so that we all know and remove ourselves from the argument of fraud, If the case was dropped, the Home Affairs has to tell us that, look, we made a mistake. The child's mother did not commit any fraud. She is South African 100%. So please do listen what the guy said.
How do you feel about the entire debacle so far?
Well, I'm excited and I'm sad.
Okay.
I'm excited because we're trying to help someone who's been left and abandoned. I'm sad because she was abandoned.
Okay.
And no fault of hers. She's only a victim because she has a Nigerian father and South African mother.
And now that's where the bone of contention is, because based on, again, it's Africa we're looking at, and this is a situation that how we respond would say a lot about how we react to things on a larger level, on a more dynamic level, I would say. Now, her mum, according to the Home Affairs Department, is South African with a Mozambican descent. But then there is that clause of identity theft, and that's where the bone of contention is. Of course, she has absolutely nothing to do with that. But did this come up at any point in time while you made that decision to invite her to join Miss Universe?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I had a discussion with her, and she said that was being investigated, and I found out there was absolutely no claim whatsoever to that story. Okay. She is South African. The mother is South African.
Wow.
I don't know if it was cooked up. I have no idea. But she tells me the mother is South African. They dropped that case.
Okay.
So I don't know what's out there in the media now because...
Oh, it's a lot of things in the media out there right now.
I know. But as of 2 days ago, I was told
that they dropped the case?
Investigated and the mother is South African.
This is really, this is crazy.
It's a bit twisted.
So let me get this straight.
I think it's a case of she was going so well in the pageant. You wanted to get her out and use any opportunity to get her out. That's how I see it.
Now, one of the major words that has come up in this entire situation is xenophobic backlash.
Yes.
Those are words that have really been emphasized in this entire situation. And it was hard to use those words because at the time there was no confirmation whatsoever as to whether there was any truth to the identity theft. But now looking at it on the basis of you've spoken to her 2 days ago and she says that case has been dropped.
That's what I was told.
We can go back to the conversation.
I don't have anything on paper, but I was told that.
Did you speak to her mum?
No, I spoke to her personally.
But is she in touch with her mother?
Yes, she is, and her father.
And her father.
Yeah.
And they
live in South Africa.
And they're well aware that she had that conversation with you saying that the case had been dropped.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
You have to help me, guy. Because we're trying to. Here's another thing. Miss Universe Nigeria is a pageant on its own. Do you think that by getting involved with this without being 100% certain that case has been dropped, it might in any way affect the pageant and its integrity?
No. She has a Nigerian father. She's a dual citizen. She has a Nigerian passport. Makes her a Nigerian as well as South African. Based on the fact she's a Nigerian is all I'm looking after.
Okay.
She's a Nigerian because of her father. And he's from Enugu State.
Okay.
They live in South Africa. And she's 23 years old. The last time she was in Nigeria was when she was 3 years old. And yes, but she has roots in Nigeria. She has family in Enugu. She has family in Lagos. Her mother's family is in South Africa. I don't know beyond that. I'm not in her family to understand all those things, but I can tell you what I'm told. She tells me her family is in SA. And I just feel she was victimized because her only crime is being half Nigerian and half South African, if you ask me. And that's where the xenophobia comes in.
Is this something that you feel personally, like you feel personally acquainted with, that particular story? Because the first thing you said when I asked you was that you were saving someone.
Exactly.
And that sounds like something that really, really meant a lot to you. Yeah,
because you cannot let a Nigerian woman, no matter where she's at in the world, you cannot have a fellow Nigerian and not save that person. You got to save someone in distress. She's been kept in a silo, and they want to put a lid over the silo. That means she can't get out of it. That's
They're going to put her there?
When I mean silo is that they put her in a tiny space and nothing to do.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, so we need to give her this great opportunity. Nigeria is an open field. We don't discriminate. We don't have xenophobia in Nigeria. We don't practice that here. After all, when you look north, you have people from Niger Republic, Chad, coming in here, mix with the Hausa, they migrate to the south, blend in. Who knows who's who? We all mix somehow. We all mixed in Africa somehow. Why do you want to practice that there in South Africa?
Would you have a different thought if after all of this it was discovered that maybe there was some case of identity theft?
Even if that were the case, that wouldn't be her problem.
Yeah.
Because she was born in South Africa, innocently, to a Nigerian father, South African mother. I'm not going to be responsible for the parents.
To me, this guy is very suspicious as the organizer and the president of the company that organizes Miss Universe Nigeria. He's using this girl for publicity stunt to get media traction, and he knows very well that this whole thing is going to crash somewhere because he's not even using facts. He's using what Chidimma told her, according to him, allegedly what Chidimma told him, and he had not seen any paper prior to accepting her to be part of the Miss Universe Nigeria, or maybe inviting her to be part of the Miss Universe Nigeria. And he continues in that interview to say, no, I haven't seen any papers. I spoke to her. I didn't speak to her parents. I didn't speak to anyone, which leaves the organizers on a cleaner side and Chidimma into the fire. So if it turns out at the end of the day that the Home Affairs did not drop the investigation, who is in trouble? Is it not Chidimma who told him that the case was dropped? So if the case was dropped, the Home Affairs has to tell South Africans that, look, come out of that story. There was no fraud that was committed. The child is innocent. The child is a South African 100% because the mother has been cleared of any fraud, on any identity theft case. So we need some information from our own people now, because I think also this guy really is setting this child up for a huge disaster now on even a bigger platform. You know, he is confidently saying Chidimma was performing so well that we decided to campaign to take her out of the pageant. We didn't want to see her win the pageant. What a idiotic story. Like, imagine. People have gotten so comfortable of saying South Africa is so xenophobic. Let me tell you something. The Nigerians that are living in South Africa, especially Nigeria, it likes painting South Africa to be this xenophobic country. The Nigerians that are living in South Africa enjoying, we know ourselves with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad some even came out telling other Nigerians that, look, South Africa is heaven. Please. You know, we are living harmoniously together. Those who commit crime and they could be arrested, they get arrested, who are Nigerians. And even South Africans who commit crime, they get arrested. So it is the denial, the constant denial by the Nigerians who have never lived in South Africa that think South Africa is the hell place. No, it is not. We are living harmoniously with the Nigerians that are living in South Africa. We know each other. We understand each other pretty well. So it's a story for another day. I'm going to make a video. Maybe if I'm not lazy or something, if nothing occupies me more, I'm going to share a video whereby I illustrate how the different types of Nigerians that we have in South Africa and how we are living together. You know, we know ourselves. So with that said, man, we just need the Home Affairs to clear things up, that the case was dropped against Chidimma's mother, so that we don't hold on this fraud case any longer if the case was dropped. But I do believe they are using this child for a publicity stunt, and it is very dangerous for her psychologically and otherwise, because now this is a bigger platform and all eyes are on her now. You know. Thank you for watching my videos. This is South Africa Lately, a channel where we discuss South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here.